Let me ask you something uncomfortable but crucial. What if one of your most private habits, something you've done in secret since adolescence, could actually impact your long-term health in ways nobody ever told you? I'm talking about daily masturbation and your prostate. This isn't a locker room joke. This isn't internet gossip. This is your body, your future, your health. And what I'm about to share might just flip everything you thought you knew upside down, because somewhere between shame, fear, and misinformation, a powerful scientific truth has been hiding in plain sight. And today, we're dragging it into the light. The question nobody wants to ask. You've probably wondered late at night, scrolling through a health forum, or maybe just lying in bed. Is masturbating every day actually harmful? Specifically, could it hurt your prostate? You've heard the rumors. It causes damage. It triggers inflammation. It leads to prostatitis, or even cancer. These aren't harmless myths. They plant real fear. And in silence, millions of men carry them, afraid to ask, too embarrassed to find answers. But today, we answer it. For real. For good. The truth starts here. What is the prostate? To understand how your habits affect your body, let's meet the organ at the center of it all, your prostate. This tiny walnut-sized gland lives just below your bladder and in front of your rectum. It produces the fluid that makes up semen, the nourishment and transport system for sperm. It plays a huge role in your sexual function and reproductive health. But because it's small and hidden, it's often misunderstood. And as men age, that misunderstanding grows often into fear. The myths you've been told, here's the core of the fear. If I masturbate too often, I'll wear it out. If I ejaculate every day, I'll inflame it or trigger disease. If I don't control myself, I'm risking prostate cancer. Sound familiar? These messages have been passed down through hearsay, half-truths, and moral warnings dressed up as medical advice. And for decades, nobody really knew for sure until someone finally decided to look at the data. The Harvard study that changed everything. Harvard University, one of the most prestigious medical institutions on the planet. Their researchers at the T.H. Chan School of Public Health launched a bold, long-term investigation into men's health, specifically the relationship between ejaculation frequency and prostate cancer. This wasn't a tiny trial. This was a massive, decades-long study involving over 31,000 men tracked across nearly 20 years. The goal? To find patterns, facts, proof. And what they discovered shocked even the researchers. Men who ejaculated more frequently, 21 or more times per month, had a 33% lower risk of developing prostate cancer, compared to those who did it only a few times a month. Yes, you heard that correctly. Masturbating, or having sex, more frequently was associated with a lower risk of prostate cancer. Not damage, not danger, not dysfunction, protection. But why? What's happening inside the body? Let's break it down. The flush effect. Your prostate has ducts, tiny tubes. Think of them like plumbing. When you ejaculate, you're not just releasing fluid. You're flushing out old cells, dead material, and potentially harmful substances before they can build up and cause inflammation or mutation. This is known as the prostate stagnation hypothesis. No buildup, no breeding ground for trouble. Cell turnover and mutation defense. Every time a cell divides, there's a chance of error, a mutation. Frequent ejaculation may promote healthier cell turnover, clearing out older, riskier cells, and replacing them with fresh, healthy ones. Fewer damaged cells equals lower cancer risk. Stress and inflammation reduction. Ejaculation isn't just a physical release, it's mental too. Regular release helps regulate stress and reduce chronic inflammation, which is a major factor in cancer development. Less stress, less inflammation, better internal balance. Put all three together and you've got a pretty compelling natural system for keeping your prostate cleaner, calmer, and more resilient. But what about the symptoms you're feeling right now? Okay, all of that is long-term health. But what if your concerns are urgent? Waking up multiple times a night to pee, feeling like your bladder never fully empties, weak urine stream or burning sensation? These are not imaginary. These are real warning signs of a struggling prostate. And if that's you, there's one more thing you should know. There's a natural remedy out there based on a rare Asian spring water formula that targets what some researchers describe as a hidden prostate clog. This remedy is gaining attention for providing rapid relief from the exact symptoms I just described. You can find the full presentation about it by checking the top pinned comment. But don't go yet, because we're not done. Ejaculation alone isn't the whole story. Now let's be responsible. Is frequent ejaculation a miracle solution? Number. It's powerful, but it's not magic. That Harvard study shows correlation, not necessarily causation. In other words, men who ejaculate more may also live healthier lives overall. Better diets, less smoking, more exercise. So, let's talk about the bigger picture, your prostate health toolkit, not just masturbation. If you want a truly strong, disease-resistant prostate, here's what else you need. Eat antioxidant-rich foods. Tomatoes, watermelon, grapefruit, all high in lycopene. Add omega-3s from fish, walnuts, and flaxseed. Drink green tea regularly for anti-inflammatory benefits. Movement. Just 30 minutes of moderate activity a day can drastically reduce cancer risks. Obesity is directly linked to aggressive prostate problems. Move your body daily. Habits. Quit smoking. Cut down alcohol. Prioritize sleep screening. PSA blood tests, especially after age 40. Don't wait for the symptoms to act early. Detection saves lives. So what does daily masturbation do to your prostate? Let's bring it home. Daily masturbation does not damage your prostate. It doesn't inflame it. It doesn't weaken it. It doesn't cause cancer. In fact, the data suggests the opposite. It may help protect one of the most vulnerable organs in your body. This doesn't mean neglect your health. It doesn't mean ignore symptoms, but it does mean this. You don't have to feel ashamed. You don't have to fear one of the most natural acts your body was designed to perform. Done responsibly, within the context of a healthy lifestyle, ejaculation is not your enemy. It's part of your system's maintenance. It's part of your health story. And now, you know the truth. If this blew your mind, if it challenged something you've believed your whole life, then it's time to take control. Leave behind the fear, the guilt, the myths. Start asking better questions. Start listening to your body. And most of all, start treating your health like it matters, because it does. And if there are other health myths you've always been curious about, drop them in the comments. Let's investigate together. Stay sharp, stay informed, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Power of Science for more real research-backed health insights. See you in the next video.